In a bustling ancient town, there was a bakery named Fu Man Lu, run by a kind-hearted woman named Xiao Su-yun. Every day, an old beggar would appear at her doorstep, his eyes filled with a quiet plea. And every day, Su-yun would give him a warm, fluffy steamed bun. This simple act of kindness became a daily ritual, a small beacon of light in both their lives. Doubt and resentment began to fester in Su-yun's heart, replacing her initial compassion. She started to see the old beggar not as a person in need, but as the source of her financial strain. The gossip twisted her perception, and the weight of her responsibilities clouded her judgment. One afternoon, as she looked at the old man waiting patiently, a dark thought took root. It was a thought born of desperation, a terrible seed planted by her growing despair. One fateful day, consumed by her worries and pushed to the brink, Su-yun made a horrifying decision. Her hands trembled as she took a small packet of poison, her mind a whirlwind of justifications. "This will solve everything," a dark voice whispered in her head. "One less mouth to feed, a little more money for medicine." With a heavy heart, she mixed the poison into the dough for a single steamed bun. This bun, she decided, would be for the old beggar. As she shaped the dough, her tears fell silently, mixing with the flour. The woman who once found joy in giving was now preparing to take a life. The moment of truth arrived. The old beggar appeared at his usual time, his weathered face looking up at her with the same quiet expectation. Su-yun walked out, the poisoned bun hidden in her basket. Her heart pounded against her ribs like a trapped bird. As she reached for the bun, her eyes met the old man's. In that instant, something shifted. She saw not a burden, but a frail, hungry human being. She saw a reflection of her own suffering in his tired eyes. All the kindness she had ever shown, all the goodness that was still within her, screamed in protest. With a sudden, desperate cry, she snatched the poisoned bun away, throwing it far into the street. "No," she sobbed, collapsing to her knees. "I can't do this. What have I become?" The carefully constructed walls of resentment crumbled, revealing the compassionate woman who had been buried beneath. She looked at the bewildered beggar and, through her tears, said, "Wait here, please." She rushed back into the bakery and prepared a proper, hearty meal: warm soup, fresh vegetables, and a basket full of her finest, non-poisoned buns. She brought it out and served the old man herself, her hands still shaking, but her heart slowly finding its way back to the light. A few days later, the impossible happened. A figure appeared at the door of Fu Man Lu, a man, thin and worn, but familiar. It was Changyi, Su-yun's husband, who had gone missing 5 years ago, presumed dead after leaving on a business trip. Su-yun could hardly believe her eyes. They embraced, tears of shock and joy streaming down their faces. As he regained his strength, Changyi told her his incredible story. He had been ambushed and robbed on his journey, left for dead with a severe head injury that had stolen his memory. For 5 long years, he had wandered as a lost man, surviving on scraps. He told Su-yun, "There was this kind old beggar. He found me. Every single day, he would share his food with me, usually a steamed bun or some mantou. He saved my life." Su-yun's heart stopped. Changyi continued, "Just a few days ago, he brought me a huge, wonderful meal. It was so fragrant, so warm. As I ate it, something just clicked. The memories came flooding back. I remembered you. I remembered our home." He described the meal in detail: the soup, the vegetables, the fresh buns. It was the exact same meal Su-yun had given to the old beggar on the day of her repentance. The realization hit Su-yun like a bolt of lightning. The old beggar wasn't just a beggar. He was the benefactor who had been keeping her husband alive all this time. The steamed buns she had given him out of initial kindness had been passed on to her lost husband. And the final, hearty meal she gave him out of repentance was the very thing that had healed his mind and brought him back home. Her one evil intention could have sealed her husband's fate, but her single moment of genuine remorse had saved him. The beggar's words echoed in her mind: "The good you do will also return to you." Su-yun and Changyi searched the town for the old beggar, wanting to thank him, to repay his unimaginable kindness. But he was gone. He had vanished as mysteriously as he had appeared. It was as if his mission was complete. He had not only saved a life, but had also taught a profound lesson about the delicate balance of good and evil. From that day on, life at Fu Man Lu was different. Gratitude filled the air, as thick and sweet as the smell of their pastries. Su-yun and Changyi never forgot the lesson they had learned. Above the counter of their bakery, they hung a wooden plaque, and carved into it were the words: "A single thought of good, a single thought of evil. The universe knows. It was a constant reminder to them, and to everyone who entered their shop, that every action, every thought, ripples out into the world, and eventually, one way or another, finds its way back home. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales that explore the deeper meanings of life. See you next time.